Hi and welcome back to my channel. So I just had to restart this video because my microphone was making some weird sounds, and here we go again. So today inner work is about knowing you are in a toxic relationship. So I'm going to give you all the signs that you are in a toxic relationship, and then I will give you inner work on how you can get out of a toxic relationship. So I'm going to give you very deep insight points. Like, listen very careful. Like, if you, I think there are like 16 points. If you notice more than 10 of these points from 16, like, I don't know what I can tell you, but let's start it. So one thing to know you are in a toxic relationship is from the beginning. Like, from the beginning of this relationship, there are signs. But of course, love makes people get blind. That's why people say love is blind. So love is not completely blind, but sometimes maybe you fall in love so much because you love the person so much. But as we grow older, we notice that love is not always the answer. And this will sound very controversial of what you have been knowing growing up, because as we were young children, or as young women, you are taught to search for love, and that's what other people go, and that's what everyone goes outside looking for love. When you watch love shows, everything is about, you know, love, roses, chocolates, breakfast in the bed. And then when you get in the real marriage, you're like, where is the breakfast in the bed? Where are the roses? Where, you know? So what I want to say in short is, for a relationship to be toxic, there are always signs from the beginning. Either you make excuses for that person. For example, you know your values. What I can say is, for every relationship to work, there must be values. So values can be things like religion, beliefs, education level, culture, you know, stuff. I don't know what I can, beliefs. So from the beginning of the relationship, if one of those things is not matching, and you tend to assume that you will change the other person, maybe you will make them start believing the belief you believe in when you're in the relationship. Maybe when children come, they will change. Maybe when you get married, they will change. Maybe after 3 months, they will change. Maybe after 2 years, they will change. So in a toxic relationship, one partner goes in the relationship kind of knowing that there is one or two things which are not completely perfect, but with the hope that things will get better. Because also everyone tells you, yeah, you don't know each other very well, things will get better. Until you are 1 year, 2 years, 3, 4, 5 years, 6 years in the relationship or in the marriage, and you are like, whoa, nothing has changed. But from day one, if you would be honest, there was some stuff which were not matching from the beginning. So let me see. Wait, I have my points on the other side. So I have my points here so that I don't forget anything. So one thing to know you are in a toxic relationship is your values. So for you, especially as a woman, you must know your values. You must know what kind of a person you are willing to start a life with. Because women, we are powerful. We bring life to this planet. So I think for you as a woman, your values matter the most. For everyone in the relationship, everything matters, but women, for example, we bring life to this planet. You know what I mean? So basically, the power is on your hands. Or if you didn't know until now that you have the power to decide, to choose, then this video is your eye opener, that for you to recognize how powerful you are, and the decision is on your hands. because we open up our legs and we decide to bring life to this earth. Yeah, so one thing you know you are in a toxic relationship is you stop glowing. So this one will sound very, very weird. Glowing, like literally your beauty. Maybe before you got in this relationship, everyone was like, wow, what kind of a beauty you are, how beautiful you are, how, you know, what kind of a personality you are. Maybe you are outgoing, maybe you are so lovely, maybe you are such a happy person. And then you get in this kind of a relationship and you become completely the opposite. You don't shine anymore. Like, it is like, you know when there's a candle and then you dim off the light, it gets dark. So one thing to know is, maybe you will notice other people telling you you changed. What happened to you? And in the beginning you might think, what are these people saying? You will not notice anything, but other people will start noticing there's something off. And this is from the beginning, not only later. People might be telling you, yeah, you have changed. I don't know. You might not understand, but by the time this video is ending, you will have gotten the juice. Another thing is, I said your light dims off. So the reason why your light dims off is when you are in a relationship with a toxic person, you are the light, they are darkness. No, it's like water and fire. If you get together, the water will either the possibility of the fire lighting up the water, making it hot, and the probability of the water shutting off the light is the opposite, is quicker. So your light will dim off, or you will notice that you changed your personality somehow. You are not the same as you were before. Another thing is you change yourself. Maybe if you used to wear some kind of clothes, if you loved doing some things, like you completely change yourself to settle in, to fit yourself in this people's environment, their life. Like you completely change your lifestyle to suit their lifestyle. Another thing is you will be love bombed. So in the beginning there's a lot of love bombing, everything appears perfect, everything is just like dreams and roses. And then maybe like for the first 3 to maximum of 2 years and or less, like you will be love bombed, promised. And also toxic people always keep you in the future. Like in a few months we are going to do this, in 2 months we are going to do this. They always keep you in the future, like you are never in the present, future promising. So another thing is you become blinded, because now, for example, even if you had a big argument, in every relationship there will always be problems and arguments. But in a toxic relationship, after an argument, these love bombers, these toxic people, narcissistic people, they always do something maybe you have been wanting to have, so they make you blind. Especially when they make you angry is when they compensate it with something you have been wanting. Maybe it's a new phone, a new laptop, new clothes, money for shopping. Because first of all, these people stand you so well. In the beginning of the relationship, they ask you, what do you love? What can I do for you? So they take their time listening. They are very careful listeners. So I'm not saying that every careful listener is a narcissistic or a toxic person, but these people listen very well and are very attentive. Unfortunately, their intention is to use that against you later. So sometimes you might tell them your secrets, your weaknesses, and then slowly they start manipulating you with the stuff you told them. For example, if you told them you feel alone because you don't have a family, and maybe they have a family and you don't, they will start using it against you. Like in the most, when you are vulnerable to them, it's when they will throw you the bomb, and they will always shock you. It's like, let's assume you're one of your parents died, and you tell this toxic person about it in the beginning of the relationship, and then one time maybe you're having just a random argument, and then to your surprise they will bring that your parent died in the argument. So now you start arguing about your parent died instead of focusing on the problem you guys are having. So with toxic people, you never can just work on the ongoing issue. They always bring another issue inside or mention other people inside, so that you don't end up solving what you guys are going through, you two. Now you start dealing with others. They match everything together, so you end up getting completely confused. So in a toxic relationship, you become confused and they start gaslighting you. So gaslighting you is when, for example, you know very well yesterday you went to bed at 10, and then this person will come the next morning and say, why did you go to bed at midnight yesterday? So then you will start questioning yourself. So these people do this so often, and then after they do it, they tell you, you forget. Either way, you forget so fast. Either way, you don't remember anything. Even last time you said the same thing, but you were wrong. So they will always intertwist your words to make you question yourself. Are you stupid? Are you crazy? And also with time, you start taking their language. The language they abuse you with. If they use very manipulative languages and sentences, and slowly these sentences become ingrained in your brain. So you also start using it on yourself and your kids. So in the beginning, you are just a very innocent person. Then after you live with them, you start becoming like them. They take your personality, so they mirror you. These toxic people are like mirrors. So they copy you completely. So slowly you start becoming shadow of yourself. And then they use you against you. Literally, it's like you are fighting with yourself on the mirror. It's a very crazy psychology game, mental game. That's why I'm opening your eyes. Another thing is you become super irritated. So, you know, after being gaslighting is, for example, if you see my dress is, I think it's blue and green and black. And then someone is saying, no, this is yellow. And they say, this is blue-black. So gaslighting is when someone is making you think if you're stupid, you know. So, and the more, if they do this every single day, you really start also you gaslighting yourself. You start questioning yourself. Like you cannot even make simple decisions like waking up, going to the supermarket. You start questioning everything. Should I wear this cloth or this cloth? Should I wear blue or black? Should I go there or not? Like you start also becoming, you like they make you so crazy. They don't beat you. They don't touch you. They manipulate you mentally that you start becoming absolutely crazy, and then they call you crazy. So initially you are healthy, they manipulate you so much, and then they use the word crazy to you. So they call you, you are crazy. In the beginning it starts as a joke. Hi, you're so crazy, I would never do that to you. Hi, you're so crazy, how would you think? And then it starts as a joke until before you realize it's crazy amazing, really. So another thing is you are constantly cleaning. So this one has nothing to do with people who have OCD. But when you are with these toxic people, they always keep you on your toes. You are constantly cleaning. You are constantly feeling like you are not doing enough. And even when you're tired, like you never can just go and rest, because they make you feel as if resting is committing a crime. And toxic people, especially, actually I'm speaking about narcissistic people. I'm just not wanting to focus on the word so much. Toxic narcissistic people will always wake you up. When a narcissistic person is awake, they make sure everybody is awake. But when they are sleeping, they never want you to wake them up. They will wake up so angry and asking you if what's wrong with you. Did you not know they are sleeping? But if they wake up before you, they will make sure you get up. They will find a reason to wake you up. Even if it is something they would have done by themselves, they will make sure you wake up. They will open all the windows, all the doors, so that you don't sleep. And even if you have a small baby and they come at home and you are just maybe breastfeeding and napping, they don't care. They will make sure to make you feel as if you're committing a crime, breastfeeding a child you got with them. So this one I'm speaking if you have a child. If you don't have a child, maybe you just go to work, they don't even care your schedule. Like, this is how crazy they are, these people. So it is a disorder. So I don't know if they know this is what they're doing, but I have been researching a lot about this topic, and that is what I came to observe. They make sure you cannot sleep, and also you can never sleep. Like, every time you know, for example, you know you are very tired, but you can't even dare sleep, because you are constantly being afraid if they catch you sleeping. You are also gaslighting yourself. They will think you are lazy. You don't want them to think you are lazy. Like, they meant to manipulate you so much that you also start doing the stuff to yourself, even when they are not with you. Even if they have traveled to another country, you are still doing this stuff to yourself. Another thing is, you stop doing the things you used to love. You lose your voice. You lose, if it is content creation you used to love doing, you will stop doing it. If it is hair you used to love doing, if it's makeup you used to love doing, if it is going to church, anything you used to love doing before them, anything you were doing which was lighting you up, you stop doing. And you will not even know that you stopped doing it. You will notice later, when it's almost too late, is when you will start noticing, oh my God, when did I stop doing this thing I used to love doing so much? You know? Because toxic people don't empower you. Also, when you live with a toxic person, and you are always afraid they will embarrass you. Also, you don't want maybe your friends to see them being treated like that. So you start hiding yourself. So being with a narcissistic person or a toxic person in a relationship, it makes you start hiding yourself, because you don't want people to see what's going on in your relationship. So it brings a lot of shame and what did I say before? The one gone away. Shame and hiding. Okay. So another thing is, you cannot nap. You are never relaxed. Like, you never feel relaxed. Toxic people will even take you on a holiday, but they will make sure even on that holiday you are not relaxing. They are constantly reminding you stuff just to piss you off. So you are like, why did you bring me here if you had to piss me off? Like, they just do stuff so because I don't know, they can't just stand to see you relaxing, enjoying. I also say that your energy, your light get sucked out. Like, you know, I don't know why, especially the most loving, kind people, there are so much beautiful birds going outside. Get in relationship with toxic people. It is like opposite attracts. Oh my god, I wish I can show you guys, but the sun is blending so much. It is like the opposite attracts. The most kind, loving, caring, nurturing people attracts narcissistic people or toxic people. But I think now, after doing inner work, I kind of know why. Because these people are healers. Like this, because you are naturally a healer and nurturer. You always think you can heal other people. You can change them. You can make them more understanding. You can make them more loving. You can make them more softer. And that is the problem. Opposite attracts the other opposite. Like, yeah, something like that. Also, for you to attract a toxic person in your relationship, it means either your parents or you had in your childhood somewhere to do with toxic people or narcissistic people. Because as we grow up, you look when you are not healed, you attract similar relationship to you. Either a relationship with your mom, a relationship with your dad, the people who are the most closest to you when you're growing up. So if you had a toxic, narcissistic dad, you will always look for narcissistic, toxic men, so you can, because your nervous system feels safe, because narcissistic personality feels feels familiar to your nervous system. So you keep looking for that. You keep attracting that. That way, when you do the healing work, you will attract the opposite. But until you heal, you will keep attracting the same person in a different body. Which sounds very super weird, yeah, I know. Another thing is you become the shadow of yourself. So these narcissistic and toxic people copy you. They copy how you talk, they copy how you laugh, they copy how you behave, because they can't stand they cannot stand the attention you get from other people. Especially if people compliment you, they will start behaving like you. Seriously. They start behaving like you, laughing like you, talking like you, even walking like you, dressing up like you. Oh my god. So that when they continue copying you, copying your character, your personalities, and then you become a shadow of yourself, because they have sucked everything out of you. And that's how sometimes you hear people saying to you, you are a shadow of yourself, because you cannot notice. You don't notice it anymore, because every time you look at this toxic, narcissistic person, you are looking at yourself, because they have copied you. They were nothing before you. You came, they copy you, they became you. So now you are just a shadow. It's like they interchange. You know, it's like when you are in a dark room and you switch on the light. So the light takes space. And when you're in a narcissistic relationship, they take your light, so you become the darkness. That's why people say to you, you are a shadow of yourself. And then you get angry because you think people are being mean to you, but actually people are just saying, what they are saying. So guys, I don't know, there's kind of shadow, I don't know. I'm sitting in front of a window. I feel like I'm half shadow, half light, guys. I don't know. But I think important is you can hear me. So let's see. I hope you can hear me. So another point is, so after I tell you all the signs that you are in a toxic relationship, I will give you inner work on how you can get out, on how you can help yourself. So it's just eye-opening for you to recognize. And then you will have to gauge for yourself if your relationship is toxic or not. Another thing is you get separated from yourself. Narcissistic people, toxic people separates you from yourself. That's the most crazy thing that can happen to any human being. You become disconnected from yourself, like you don't recognize yourself anymore. And when you become disconnected from yourself, you become disconnected from everyone else. They make sure you have no contact with your friends anymore, because your friends are toxic. Only they are the best. You know, they try to delete everything out of your life, so you become completely dependent on them. So toxic people, narcissistic people make sure you become dependent on them, because as long as you're independent, as long as you're free, they have no control over you. And narcissistic people, toxic people thrive through control and manipulation. So as long as they have control over you and they can manipulate you, they have power over you. And that's one thing they hate losing. Another thing is you are constantly controlling your environment. You are afraid, like when something falls down, you are like afraid, or you become hypervigilant. You even become afraid of your own house, because they narcissistic people, toxic people always keep you on your toes. It's like there are eggs on the floor, and you will always walk on the toes because you don't want to break them, because you never know what sentence you will see and they go absolutely nuts or crazy, or you don't know what action you will do and they will explode on you, you know. So because they are controlling, it's like they give you that thing of controlling, so that you even start doing it on yourself. Like you can't even feel comfortable in your own house, like in your own living room, on your own bed, in your own couch. Like even when you're at home, you are just feeling not at home, you know. Also, you don't feel safe. You don't feel safe emotionally, because the same hand which loves you so much is the same hand which hurts you. And that's where trauma bond come. So trauma bonding is when you miss something which is poisonous. It is like knowing, let's take an example of a mango. It's like knowing this: if I eat this mango, I'm going to have an allergic reaction. But on the other side, the mango is so lovely, the mango is so sweet, the mango is so full of vitamins. So you bite and then you get an allergic reaction. So your body gets used to this toxic. The mango is so sweet, the mango is so nice. Maybe yesterday's mango just came from Brazil and it was not well ripe. You see the gaslighting? And then your body gets chemically bonded to this toxic behavior of hot and cold, you know. So that is what people call trauma bond. Or maybe they fight you so hard, they scream at you so hard, and then later they come with flowers, they come with chocolates. Maybe tomorrow they come with they book a spa date for you. Maybe they bring you to nail salon, or they apologize. They can even kneel down, like very, very toxic. And then because they know what you love, because you told them from the beginning of the relationship what you love, they know you love flowers, they know you love spa dates, they know you love date nights. Exactly after they have done the worst to you is when they will come with one of those stuff you love. And then you are like, oh, you love me so much. How can you buy me this even if we had such a big fight? Oh, you're not just a nice person. Then you fall in again. And they are just keeping you attached until the next thing will come up again. And then they will show you their nastiest face again and action. And then they will find another way to apologize to you to keep you hooked. Trauma bonding, you know, because one side they are so loving to you. Oh my God, you have never felt like this with any other human being. And then tomorrow they are so toxic. You wonder how you got yourself into this. And every time you release hormones, so they get you hooked to the highs and lows, and that's why you find also those people who have ever been in very toxic relationships, when they come out, it takes them years and years, because when they finally find a good man or a woman who is consistent, it feels boring, because their body is used to this high and lows, craziness, madness, and so they perceive it as boring, as actually they call the healthy people toxic. But it is not them. That's why there's even a book, It Is Not You, from I think Dr. Ramani. Dr. Ramani, she's the one who specializes on this topic a lot. If you want to know more of this stuff, go and follow her channel. She has millions of followers. Yeah. Another thing is you become absolutely masculine if you are a woman. You become the man of the house because narcissistic people or toxic people don't work how they are supposed to. For example, if there is something they are supposed to do for you, they will not do it just to make you angry. And then they make you angry, and then they call you crazy. They say to you, you are overreacting. They gaslight you. Why are you overreacting? Gaslighting. You know? So you become very masculine. So being masculine means they make you stuff. They make you do stuff you shouldn't be doing. Maybe you just had a small baby and they are just not being supportive. Maybe there's something heavy you have to go and buy, and they will just not go with you to buy it, just to piss you off, so that they can get that, because they thrive out of the of your reaction, how you react when they do something you don't like. So I have to go and pick my kids from the kindergarten. It seems like okay, let me 5 more minutes and then I have to go. So I think I will another thing is they copy you, they shame you, and then make fun of you. I think I spoke about that. So I will give you some inner work to do, and in case I get more, in case this video does well and you want more, I can do a second one in near future. So one way you will get, if you have noticed a lot of this stuff I have told you in this video, you have recognized them, don't tell the narcissistic person that you saw a video and this is what you saw. Your weapon is quietness. Have it in your knowing. Don't tell them. Don't make them aware of it, because they will gaslight you. They will tell you, are you crazy? Do you think I'm like that? How would you think of me like that? So don't tell them. Just have the awareness and start observing. Now you know. Now start observing. One thing you will do is create new routines. Call all your energy back to you. So you will call all your energy back to you by start thinking, what did I love doing before I got in this relationship, and start slowly doing those things, very slowly, step by step, baby steps. Okay. Another thing is stop reacting. This is now very difficult, but you will have to catch, because now I have given you the awareness. You can start now catching yourself when you're almost to react, because narcissistic people and toxic people are like vampires. When you don't give them your attention, they starve. So start starving them by not giving them your attention, because whether you give them good or bad attention, they thrive out of it. It's like a vampire in blood. So you have to start prioritizing yourself. Like, your mental health is so important. Your mental health is expensive. Your mental health is a priority. So when you start seeing yourself like that, you will not let anyone trigger you. Another thing is brainwash yourself with audiobooks, podcast, anything, and also seek help. You can seek help from therapy. You can watch videos where you empower yourself to know more about narcissistic people, their characteristic, how they behave, how you can live with them, you know. Also, know that you are not alone and don't shame yourself. Another thing you will have to do is have radical love and radical self-compassion for yourself. Don't blame yourself. And also, after you, in case you will ever manage to leave them, you will have to do therapy on yourself so that you stop abusing yourself. So after they have done this stuff to you, I'm saying this can be your parents, it can be your mom, it can be your dad, it can be your uncle, but after they have affected your life so much and they left, long after they are gone, unfortunately you have to deal with it. You can still constantly find yourself abusing yourself, emotionally abusing yourself, how they were doing it. Like, you continue, they went, but you continue doing that to yourself. That's why I'm saying that you have to start catching yourself using the stuff. If they were saying to you that you are, they always say to you the opposite. Maybe you are a very organized person, they start saying to you you are disorganized. And then you start becoming disorganized so that you can prove to yourself, I'm really disorganized. They always say, whatever they say to you, do the opposite. If they call you crazy, affirm to yourself, I am intelligent, I am not crazy. The opposite, always the opposite. And if it's a very, very toxic situation where you are being beaten, where it's, I mean, emotionally abuse is also actually the same like physical abuse. So you just have to gauge how dangerous it is for you, and maybe if you have kids, and then move very, very quietly and silently. Like, don't do the things abruptly, because you might provoke them so much to do even more worse stuff. So be very careful and get help. Yeah, I have to go now. 2 more minutes. So I was saying that don't shame yourself, inform yourself. Okay, before moving out, maybe you inform yourself where you live. If you live in I don't know which city you live, or in America or in Europe, wherever you live, make sure there is somebody who knows, at least one person, what's going on, but only somebody you really know cares. Not everyone, because not everyone is happy for us when we are doing well. So know who to share with, but at least one person should know that there is something going on in case of anything. Yeah. Also, if there are children involved, you really have to start, because now you are so blind and you are so poor. You will need a lot of strength for yourself and your kids. But what will help you is putting yourself first. The solution to this is you becoming the center of your own life again. Because when you're when you are with narcissistic people, they make you your focus only outside. You're constantly focusing on them. You're constantly focusing on the fight. You're constantly focusing on this, and that's how you lose all your talents. Because the energy you can be creating content or stuff you love, you use it for fighting, for over explaining yourself. You use it to constantly defend yourself, and they exhaust you, and it is exhausting. And after the end of the day, you have no energy for anything, and it makes you a very negative person, and it makes you like I said, you disconnect yourself from you become disconnected from yourself. So you end up just wanting to be alone. So you are wanting to be alone because it is the only place you find peace. You might find that maybe it is only in the shower you find peace. You might find that it's only in I don't know in which, hiding yourself in darkness. you know, you become really a shadow. But what I want to tell you is you are not alone, and don't shame yourself. And now you have the awareness. And in case you have any question, you can always ask me or comment on my video. And also you can share your story, and you don't know who you are motivating with your story. And yeah, and have faith that everything is working out for you and everything will be fine. And I think that's all for this video. And in case you want me to go deeper in this topic, you can comment. I don't know, but I think for today it's enough. And either way, I have to go. I will see you in my next one. Bye.